Have you ever wondered how a simple loaf of bread, a staple in households worldwide, came to be? What is the history behind those fluffy slices that make our sandwiches, toasts, and more? Today we dive into the intriguing story of bread, a food that has been a cornerstone of human civilization for thousands of years. In the beginning, there was no bread, at least not the kind we know today. The first semblance of bread arose about 30,000 years ago during the Paleolithic era. Archaeologists have found traces of starch on grinding tools from this period, suggesting that early humans were making crude forms of bread by crushing grains and roots. Fast forward to around 10,000 years ago, in the Neolithic era. This was the time when our ancestors started to farm, cultivating grains like wheat and barley. They discovered that by adding water to these grains and cooking them, they could create a rudimentary form of bread. But the bread of the Neolithic era was a far cry from the soft, fluffy loaves we enjoy today. The dough was coarse and heavy, often baked on hot stones or in the ashes of a fire. It was more akin to a dense, hard flatbread than the bread we know and love. Then, around 5,000 years ago in ancient Egypt, the process of bread making took a significant leap forward. The Egyptians were the first to use yeast, a type of fungus, in their bread dough. This caused the dough to rise, creating a lighter, airier bread. This is the first known instance of leavened bread, the precursor to the bread we eat today. The Greeks and Romans continued to refine the art of bread making. They built the first bakeries and developed a wide variety of breads, including sweetened bread and bread with seeds, herbs, and spices. The significance of bread in these societies cannot be overstated. It was a symbol of civilization, a measure of wealth, and even a form of currency. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, when the watermill was invented. This allowed for the mass production of flour, which in turn led to the proliferation of bakeries and the widespread availability of bread. The quality and variety of bread continued to improve, with different regions developing their own unique styles and recipes. The Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries brought about significant changes in bread production. The invention of the mechanical dough mixer and the steam oven made it possible to produce bread on a large scale, making it even more accessible to the masses. In the 20th century, the invention of pre-sliced bread and the popularity of factory-produced bread led to the ubiquity of the soft, square-shaped loaves that many of us grew up with. However, in recent years, there has been a resurgence in the appreciation for artisanal breads, with a focus on traditional baking methods and high-quality ingredients. From the primitive flatbreads of the Neolithic era to the sophisticated artisanal loaves of today, the history of bread is a fascinating journey through time. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our never-ending quest for better food. So, the next time you bite into a sandwich or spread butter on a warm slice of toast, take a moment to appreciate the long and storied history of that humble loaf of bread.